This animation took me around 45 minutes to do. I kinda took my time to do this animation. And don't get me wrong, I actually think that this animation came out really cool. But as I told you in previous videos, I shouldn't have taken that much long in this practice. This is just a warm-up, you know. This should have taken me like around 20 to 35 minutes. But yeah, I should be talking a little bit more about the process here that I have been making in this video. And the thing is that this exact frame, only this pose, took me like 7 minutes to do out of the 45 minutes that all of the actual time-lapse how do I say this, like lasts. So yeah, I had a little bit much trouble with the pose. I wanted it to look like as similar as the reference as possible, so I took like a lot of time just making the first frame of the actual animation. Now we can begin with the whole animation process, now that we get the first frame done. And one thing that I haven't told you about the animation, my animation process, is that, well, you can see it right now, but you can't right now. I tend to copy or use the first frame that I had done as a reference for my actual animation. You know, you saw how I copied the head of the character before I can start with the actual, you know, like pose and etc. And that's because I use this to make as similar as possible, like the proportions of the character. I use this to make the proportions of the character as similar as possible in between all of the frames, and that's something that I have been doing actually in my work. And I don't really think that's the most optimal way of doing things, but it has served me and it helped me making the whole, you know, character be more on model and not like really different between frames. That's actually something that have helped me in my, you know, my animation work. So yeah, it's a really cool tip that I wanted to tell you. And also, now that we have made all of the actual keyframes, that this is half of the time that I have been animating. I should have ended the practice right here, but I don't know what happened, that I wanted to make the whole animation, you know, and so I begin doing it like in betweens. And for this, I shouldn't have done them, but now that I'm making it, I should tell you like my process around it too. So for the in-betweens, I just try to focus on curves, if that makes sense, you know. Like, I hope you can see it right now in the actual time-lapse of the video, that I am focusing right now on like where all of these balls and boxes actually are located in between all of the keyframes, and I try to connect them by doing some curves, you know, by doing some like curve motion for the actual character to do, so that way, in that way, you can just feel like the movement is more real, you know. Also, one big problem that I got here, around here maybe actually, is that I didn't really feel I really didn't feel like the pose kinda nailed it. So in most of the problem was because of the legs, you know. I don't think you can see right now because of the time lapse and how the whole thing is moving at a high speed, but in real time you can feel how the legs aren't as smooth as possible, and you can feel like the stiffness of the legs that I'm drawing right here, and how they didn't actually nail the whole movement. But yeah, after all of that, I'm just fixing it before finishing off the animation. As you can see right here, it's kinda almost finished. So yeah, that will be it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you so much for the whole support that you have been giving me in these past few videos. And also, I wanted to thank a lot to Avocado, Toby Waffles, and Lucky Galaxy, and of course Choco, for being supporters of the channel by coffee. And yeah, that will be it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something about my whole messy process of the animation, and we'll see each other in the next one. Goodbye.